Hi everyone, we're talking autumn favourites today. I have gathered up some of my favourite clothing items, jewellery, makeup, miscellaneous bits, shoes, bags as well. And I want to just chat to you about all of the things I've been loving wearing this season. Firstly, I want to talk about shoes. I have two shoe favourites to talk to you about. The first being what I think is a shoe that has kind of plugged a gap in my wardrobe. I am a bit of a creature of habit when it comes to footwear. I don't own that many shoes. They're not things I buy regularly, and I tend to just wear the shoes I have on repeat. But I felt like I've been wearing a lot of chunky ankle boots for years and years, and they're my go-to in the autumn winter. But I feel like recently I've been missing a more dainty evening boot, something that's still really comfortable and that's warm to wear. It's not like an open heel or anything like that, but feels a little bit dressier and more elegant for evening. And these boots have definitely plugged that gap for me. I've been loving them since I bought them or since I received them. So these are from June London, which are a British brand, fairly well known in the UK, but they are a kitten heel ankle boot. You can see the kitten heel there. It's like a 1-inch kitten heel with a really pointed toe in a black. They also come in burgundy, just so you know. They're really comfortable, and as I said, I feel like I've got my Suzanne Axel boots for daytime and for chunkier styles, like a chunkier everyday casual, not casual, but like an everyday daytime boot. But these are perfect for evenings where I still want to be comfortable and I still need to walk quite a bit, but it's something a little bit dressier. And I don't know if it's just age, maturing, or trends, but I would not have worn a kitten heel a few years ago. I wouldn't have been seen dead in a kitten heel, but now I love them and they're so practical as well. So I've been really enjoying these boots, and I really think the quality on these is very nice for the price point. So would definitely recommend if you've been looking at them. If you're in the US, I don't know how easy it is to get June London in the US, but I know that Madewell have a lot of very similar boot styles on their website at the moment for a similar price point, and I imagine a lot easier to get your hands on, so I would recommend those instead. But yeah, I just don't think you can go wrong. And I feel like these shoes are having a little bit of a moment at the moment. They're a little bit on trend, but I feel like everything that's on trend at the moment, because of this whole quiet luxury, old money, classic style thing that's been happening over the last couple of years, I feel like everything that is trending is also classic. So it's quite a good time to buy into trends because they're more readily available, but at the same time, things like this are always going to look great. They're always going to look really chic, especially in a neutral colour. So yeah, really enjoying these, loving them. And actually, they are surprisingly comfortable. Even though I've said they're more of an evening shoe for me, I still have been wearing them in the daytime because I love them so much. And I wore these yesterday shopping. I was probably on my feet for a good 3 hours. They were so comfortable. They were just as comfortable as my Axel boots, even though those were a chunky block heel. And these are like a really little stiletto kitten heel. So would highly recommend. The second shoe I wanted to show you is a little bit of a cheat because these are actually new. These are from Vinted, but they are a replacement or an addition to my trainer family because I do wear trainers a lot in the autumn winter. As much as I don't really like trainers, I do end up wearing them because they're so practical, and I have worn my Adidas Sambas into the ground. I got them over a year ago on Vinted as well, and I still am going to wear them, still keeping them, but they are looking a little bit worse for wear. I do think trainers have a fairly short lifespan, like a couple of years, if you wear them on heavy rotation, because they do just get worn in, especially the Sambas because they are mostly white. They're looking a little bit dirty, and I have tried to clean them. They're not coming to the end of their life yet, but I felt like if I got another pair, not only would I have another slightly different pair to style, but it also meant that I wouldn't wear my Adidas Sambas quite as much, so they would last a little bit longer in my wardrobe because I do still really like them. So I bought these on Vinted, and I'm an Adidas girl through and through. I love all of the styles, so I went with another pair, but a different style. These are the Specials, I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that, but these are in this really fun chocolate brown, cool tone, lighter brown with a gum sole, and they're just off-white details with the stripe in the back and the laces. These are lovely. I looked at so many. There were another pair of Sambas in a white and brown, which were really nice, but I already have the white and black Sambas, so I didn't really need another pair. But these are a little bit different because they're suede as well. They're gorgeous trainers. I love this with blue denim. I think it looks a lot nicer than black. I've never been a fan of black trainers. I just think the casual vibe of the trainer mixed with the heavy black colour I don't like, whereas something like this feels softer. It feels slightly more feminine, even though it is a very androgynous shoe. So yeah, I really like these. And I just feel like I'm going to be wearing these a lot, even though they are new and I haven't worn them yet. I always go up a size in Adidas if you're interested. I'm usually like a 5 to a 6, usually a 5.5 if I can get a half size, but I always go for a 6 in the Spezials and the Sambas. I've also tried the Gazelles, and if you're interested, I find the Gazelles the least comfortable of all of them. The Sambas are in the middle because they are really comfortable, but the sole is thinner, so if you're doing a really long day of walking, they start to hurt your feet after 10,000 or so steps, whereas from what I've heard from my research, these are the most comfortable because they've got a thicker sole, it's more cushioned, it's more padded, but they still are like as comfortable as the Sambas in other respects. They just are overall more comfortable, so I'm looking forward to styling these with my denim in the autumn for the remainder of autumn winter and into spring as well. Let's talk about bags next. I have 2 bag favourites now. I've been loving all of my burgundy bags. I have been wearing them all to death. My Basil Paris, my Suzanne Milo, and my Pelen, my new Pelen bag. But that just goes without saying. I feel like I've talked about those at length on my channel already, so I want to talk about some more under the radar bags that I've been really enjoying, and some bags that are slightly more unexpected. I didn't necessarily know I was going to be reaching for a lot for autumn, but I have been. The first being a very quick mention to the Atelier Auguste bag. This one I think I also put in my summer favourites, so I'm not going to talk about it too much, but it is a beautiful bag. So gorgeous. I've been wearing this more in the evenings, similar to when I wear my Kitten heel boots, when I want something a little bit dressier but still very practical, still very easy to wear and style. This has been my go-to bag for that because it does feel dressier than some of my other bags, all of my crossbody bags. This just feels a little bit chicer, more minimal. I love the colour, the shoulder style, it's beautiful. I will say, if I did have any gaps in my bag collection, which I don't really think I do, but if I did have a gap, it would be for like an evening small top handle bag. I've been loving the look of the Savette. Is it the slim pochette or the symmetry pochette? I'm not sure, but you'll know the one I mean, that kind of east-west style with the gold clasp, or some of them have a silver clasp, particularly in this amazing chartreuse colour. This colour is so unusual, but it's so beautiful. It's so stunning. It's a little bit like the colour of my jumper, actually. I think this would look amazing and slightly unexpected for evening winter outfits. Add a pop of colour to a darker outfit, but it would also look amazing with a white dress in summer on holiday. I'm very tempted by this bag, but it's a little bit out of my price range unless I could find it secondhand. So alternatively, I also saw a bag from Kaffoon. I've never tried them. I've never really heard much about them. They're a mid-range bag brand. I think they might be an Asian brand, although I could be wrong. Let me know if you've tried Kaffoon. Let me know what you think, quality-wise, customer experience, all that kind of thing, because I have my eye on their version of this bag, very similar to the Savette, but a fraction of the price point, particularly this suede one in, I think it's called Rosewood Brown or something like that. It's like a cool toned, it's a little bit like the colour of my trainers, actually. This kind of slightly lighter cool tone brown. Gorgeous. It's got silver hardware, which I love as well. I'm loving silver at the moment. I really like this one. So like, if I was going to add another bag, which I don't think I am, but if I was going to in a hypothetical world, probably one of these two would be what I'm missing. But in replace of those, I've been loving either this one or this bag, which was sent to me by a Parisian brand. This is from a brand called, I think they're called Giba Paris. I may be butchering that because it's French, but that's what I'm going to go with. It's a French saddlery brand, so if you're into horse riding, you may have heard of them. I think they're quite big in the equestrian world, but they make saddles and things like that, but they also make leather bags, and this is their Allure bag in this brick red. Sometimes when I show this on camera, it comes up a little bit orangey for some reason, but it is actually, I think it's the lights, it is actually a true brick red. Think of a London double-decker bus or a phone box in the UK, like a London phone box. It's that kind of colour. It's a true neutral brick ruby red. Apparently they use the same tannery as Hermes. This bag comes in about 8 different colours. It's about £300. It's that mid-range price point. It feels very high quality, very luxurious, very understated, very quiet luxury if you like that. I was reading about them, and the clasp itself is designed by a Parisian jeweller who has worked for Chanel, and it's basically a combination of a G for Guibert and a horseshoe for the kind of equestrian roots of the brand, and interlocking. So I thought that was interesting. I like stuff like that. There's like a slip pocket at the back, and I've been really enjoying wearing this in the evening as well as like almost like a clutch bag. So quite like it under the shoulder, like you see the cool fashion people do, or just held as like a clutch, because it's quite a nice size for that in this rectangular shape. However, it is a crossbody bag, so it does come with a strap. So you can wear this crossbody, you can wear it, it's adjustable, so you can wear it on the shoulder shorter as well. And I do feel like there's something very inherently French about a classic red bag. It pairs so nicely with cream tones, and what other colours? Brown, chocolate brown, and navy. A lot of colours I already own in my wardrobe, so it's surprisingly versatile, even though it is quite a bright, vivid colour. I will leave it linked down below if you're interested. They do some other bags as well. They do a few different styles. They're all really understated, but very high quality, very luxury feeling. I want to talk about jewellery next. I have a few jewellery favourites. My first being the hoops that I'm wearing. I will show you a close-up because they're quite diddy, they're quite small, so you may not be able to see them from here, but they're the perfect size hoop. I always wear a hoop, pretty much 9 times out of 10. I'm wearing some kind of hoop earring, and I have a few different styles, but these have just jumped to my top spot, and I basically haven't taken these out recently because they're the perfect size for every day. They're like a relatively small but slightly chunkier gold vermeil hoop, really high quality. They're from a brand called Fodoma. They have sent me a few items over the last few months, and I've been really impressed with all of them. They're all gold vermeil. They use really high quality materials. A lot of their jewellery is pearl jewellery, so if you like pearls, you're going to love this brand. Do you remember a few months ago? It was a good few months ago now. They sent me those bow earrings. They're little bows, but with pearls. They're really cute. They're very like girly, very whimsical, cutesy. But they do a few different styles of jewellery as well. So you've got very classic things like these solid gold or gold vermeil, just classic plain hoops. This necklace is Fodoma as well, actually. So this is like a molten gold mother of pearl face on a pendant. Very simple, very beautiful. And then I do have a few other bits from them. So I thought I would just show you the bits because it bulks out this video, and I thought you might like to see them if you're interested in jewellery. This one I really like. They sent me this. It's like a classic smaller pearl necklace, but it's got a really tiny little gold pendant at the bottom. So it just adds a little bit of gold to your pearl. This one is like a very classic drop pearl necklace. You can't go wrong. Very delicate gold vermeil chain. Beautiful pearl on the end of it. I also have another necklace from them they sent me a good few months ago as well, which has like rings on it. Very pretty, gold vermeil as well. And then the final item are still in the box because I'm waiting to be invited to a Christmas party or some kind of special event to wear these because they're very evening, they're very beautiful, very elegant. These single pearls with these drop diamonds, absolutely gorgeous. So quite a different style to like the pearl bows, which are very fun and girly and quite young maybe, and these are a little bit more mature and sophisticated. So yeah, it's a brand I've really been enjoying, one I'd never heard of before, I've not seen many people speak about, so I wanted to mention it because I always really appreciate finding these smaller, high quality brands that are doing really high quality materials at more affordable prices. And I think they have lots of really nice styles that you guys would really enjoy. Okay, let's talk about makeup now. I just have a couple of makeup favorites because my makeup favorites or my makeup items that I use on a daily basis are the same as in my summer favorites video. So if you didn't watch that, I'll leave it linked because I talked a little bit about makeup there. But I do have a couple of new favorites. First being some nail polish favorites. So in the spring, summer, I tend to not paint my nails at all. I like just a clear varnish, like a protector coat or just bare nails. I don't know why, I just prefer that in spring and summer. But in autumn, winter, I do like a darker nail polish. And I'm really enjoying my Burgundy Essie polish, which is Bordeaux by Essie. That one I tend to just wear and reapply throughout the whole season because I love a burgundy nail. But I discovered this one recently, and actually I've been switching it up a little bit. So I've been alternating between burgundy, and this is what I was after. I actually went on the lookout specifically in the shops for a colour like this, and it was really hard to find because I feel like if you get your nails done at a salon or gel nails, it's probably quite easy to find a colour like this, chocolate brown, but in a regular nail polish it was really hard to find. I couldn't find any at all until I came across this one. Even so, this one is a little bit more cool tone than what I was initially imagining or wanting, but this is really nice. It's from a brand called Nailberry. I've never heard of them before, but the polishes are such high quality. It was a little bit more expensive than Essie. I want to say this was about £15. It goes on so opaque, so smooth, so seamless. The application is really easy, and the wand itself is really long, which I thought would make it really hard to neatly apply it because there's some physics there. You know, the longer wand, you're going to have less kind of purchase, less control, but actually it's really beautiful, and the brush just glides on 1 or 2 strokes and you are done. And the colour Taupe, this is the shade Taupe, I think, yeah, Taupe LA, or Taupe, I'm not sure. It's really nice, and it's what I wanted. I wanted M&M nails. I've heard that described somewhere, like chocolate M&Ms. And I wanted that like brown tone, glossy, very kind of thick feeling. And this just does that for me. And I just prefer to paint my nails at home. I find it easier. I really don't want to sit in a salon for hours on end. So, and it's a lot cheaper as well. So yeah, I would definitely recommend Nailberry, just in terms of this colour and also the formula. I will definitely be looking at their colours in the future when I want a new colour, because the packaging is very nice as well. In terms of top and base coat, I've been using Nails Ink recently. I'm really bad, and a lot of the time I don't bother with a base coat, but actually since I got this, I've been noticing that it does apply a lot more smoothly since I've been using this. So this is the Nail Kale base coat. I really like it. It's just, you know, your classic base coat, but it does make a difference, I'm not gonna lie. And then I've been using the Nails Ink Better on Top Quick Drying Top Coat, which is an essential for me. I cannot not use a quick drying top coat. I know they're probably really bad for your nails because they are drying. They're probably just pure alcohol to dry your nails, but I just don't want to wait around for my nails to dry. Even with the quick drying top coat, I still feel like I have to wait about half an hour for them to stop being tacky. So that's a combination. That's what I've been enjoying recently. But if I'm not wearing the chocolate brown, the M&M's nails, then I'll be wearing my SC Bordeaux, which is beautiful. But yeah, that's what they actually look like. I did them a couple of days ago, so they actually haven't really chipped yet. But yeah, they usually only last me like 5 or so days, and then I redo them. But I have been enjoying a slightly different autumnal colour at the moment. My only other makeup favourite that is different from what I usually wear is this NYX Lip Oil. This is the NYX Fat Lip Drip Oil, which I think I saw this. Did this go like viral on TikTok? I'm not on TikTok, but it must have came over to Instagram because I saw someone using this, and I just thought it looked right up my street. And I got it in this very berry purple shade, which is my go-to for lip products. It smells like something familiar, but I'm not sure what. But it smells very nice, whatever it is. And it's just so easy to apply. Like, you don't have to really have a mirror. You can just whack it on like that. It's glossy. It's not too sticky. I love the colour. And it's just really easy to put it on, put it in your purse and use it throughout the day. And you don't have to have a mirror. You don't have to think about it. And it's inexpensive as well. I do really like the Hourglass Phantom, what they call the Phantom lip oils or something like that. They do basically the same thing, but they're about £30 and this is about £8. So if you're looking for a more affordable alternative, comes in lots of different colours, would highly recommend this from NYX. My final makeup, or it's not really makeup, but beauty favourite is my new perfume from Molton Brown. I had to share this because A, the packaging is so stunning and so beautiful. Wait till you see the bottle. But also the smell is really lovely as well. So this perfume, this is a really big bottle, by the way. These are not very cheap. However, it's 100 ml and it's an eau de parfum, not an eau de toilette. So you're getting a really lovely 100 ml perfume. And oh, the smell. So I have the one in Neon Amber, I believe. Yeah, Neon Amber. It is so nice. It is very warm. It's very autumn winter. It's a little bit spicy, ambery, vanilla-y. It definitely has vanilla. I think it has tonka bean, amber, patchouli. It's really nice and very seasonally appropriate. It kind of reminds me of like Halloween, Thanksgiving, autumn leaves, Christmas. It's really nice. It feels like my favourite perfume is Eau de Well by Diptyque, and it feels like it's in the same family. It's not the same because that's like a sweeter vanilla-y perfume, but this is very warm as well, this one. Oh, it's so, so nice. So yeah, if you're looking for a new fragrance or if you're looking for a gift for someone for Christmas, I don't think people would think, I just got it in my mouth, I don't think people would think to go to Molton Brown for a perfume, but I think this range is new and they have about 10 different versions, 10 different scents, and they all come in these beautiful bottles with the different coloured lid depending on the scent. I went into town the other day and I found the whole range and I smelled them all, as you do, and my favourites were this one Milk Musk is really nice as well, quite sweet. And the tobacco one is really warm and musky. So would highly recommend these. Yeah, new fragrance. I was after a new fragrance because I just finished my Diptyque Dauson, which I had for about 5 years. I make them last. So I was looking for something that's like my signature autumn winter scent, because that's quite a spring summer scent as well. And this one is definitely going to be that from me for me from now on. I'm sitting on the end of the bed and I feel like I'm just gradually sliding off. So let me prop myself back up. A few fashion favourites now. I just have a couple of things to talk about. The first actually is my jumper. I have been loving this jumper. You may have seen me wearing this. I've basically not taken this off. This is from Lily Silk. I am working with Lily Silk later on, probably in December, but they sent me a few knitwear bits, and you know when you get a parcel, maybe you order a few bits and there's always one item that is your favourite instantly and you just don't take it off, and this is that jumper for me, which is actually surprising. I thought I would like the other things more. They're really lovely, but this is the surprise favourite. I love the colour. I just don't have anything in my wardrobe this colour. This is like, I don't know if this is olive green or avocado green. I feel like it could be either, but I really love it, and I just love the pop of colour. I've kind of figured out that in autumn winter, I like to have block colours. I don't like patterns so much in autumn winter, aside from the odd houndstooth check, maybe a stripe, but I don't like anything too intricate or too floral, anything too ornate, anything like that. I like block colours, but I like fun colours. So instead of having only neutrals, I like unusual colours like a plum, like an olive green or an interesting blue. So I've really been enjoying this. It's merino wool and cashmere. I think it looks quite nice with burgundy as well, this colour. So this scarf is another favourite. This is the Seraphine scarf by Suzanne. Been loving this, and I noticed they did restock it a week or so ago. So if you've been after it, I know a lot of people have it on their wish list and it's not been available to buy for ages. So now's the time to buy it if you're after it. I love that it's wool, but it's not an itchy wool. It's completely non-itchy to me anyway. It's not alpaca or anything like that. So it's really comfortable around your neck, but still really warm. Another knitwear favourite is this jumper from Lisa Yang. I have discovered Lisa Yang knitwear, and it's going to be my downfall because it's very expensive, but I got this on Vinted for, so I think this jumper, I think Lisa Yang jumpers range for like £400 to £500. It's definitely a premium knitwear brand, but I bought this on Vinted for 164, I want to say. I'll put the screenshot here so you can see, but yeah, I think it was 164, new with tags, 100% cashmere. It is the nicest cashmere jumper I have ever tried. I definitely feel like I can't go back to more like lower end knitwear now, as much as, I don't know, I mean it depends on the fibers, but for cashmere, this is just by far and away the nicest cashmere I've ever felt. It's thick, but it's soft. It doesn't seem to pill, or at least it hasn't yet. And I love this huge funnel neck on it. It is so warm. It almost acts like a scarf, but I don't know, it's just like a nice design detail as well. I feel like it has that premium look that you don't necessarily get at the lower price points. So I was really happy to find this on Vinted, because I definitely cannot afford a £400 jumper brand new, but for 160, I think that is not very much more than Suzanne knitwear, and Suzanne don't even use cashmere in their knitwear, so I think for 100% cashmere, it's really not a bad price. I've been loving Vinted for knitwear. I've bought quite a few. I've sold a load of stuff on Vinted recently, so I've had quite a lot in my Vinted balance, so I have treated myself to a few new autumn winter knits. So that one, I also bought one from Totem, newer tags for half the price. I've bought a couple of cardigans from Rose Paris, also on Vinted. You can find some amazing newer tags knitwear on Vinted. So yeah, watch out for my Vinted video, which is coming next week to my channel. I'm going to be talking about all of my tips and tricks for buying from Vinted or buying pre-loved in general, and showing you some of the best items I've ever bought on Vinted, because I have some amazing finds that I've found recently, and also some items I've bought in the last couple of years that I'm still loving. Jacket wise, you can probably see my rail of coats and jackets behind me. I've been loving coats and jackets. I've been loving wearing them at whatever opportunity, even if it's slightly too warm. Like, it's quite mild today, but you know I wore a trench today anyway. So my two favourites, if I had to whittle it down, are a bit of a surprise one actually. My Fabrique stone coloured trench coat, the collarless one that I received a couple of months ago. I've been loving that for the colour. It's the perfect neutral stone colour. It is so hard to find a stone coloured trench that is nice, high quality. I had one from Mango a couple of years ago, but the quality just wasn't there. Even though the colour was nice, the quality was not good. This fabric one is a beautiful quality, but it is that perfect neutral cool tone stone, not too warm. And I love it. It's very effortless. It's slightly oversized, but not too big. It's very drapey, very flowy. I love all the details. The tortoiseshell buttons on it are gorgeous. It's one of my favorite coats I have in my collection, and it was definitely a surprise contender. My other favorite has been my suede trench coat. On the other end of the spectrum, my very, very warm toned suede trench coat that I bought off Vinted for £80, secondhand, originally M&S. I think it's autographed by M&S. It's a stunning trench coat. It's very, very warm camel, but I love it. I don't care. I've fully embraced wearing warm tones and cool tones, and I honestly do not care which suits me best. I love both. I love the different vibes they give. The suede warm toned one is very 70s feeling. It's very vintage feeling. A little bit, it almost feels a little bit 90s as well. It almost feels like something Rachel Green. I feel like Rachel Green when I wear it. But I also really like the cool toned, more modern fabric one that feels very chic and very modern, very 2024. So yeah, I'm just really enjoying colour as a favourite. If I can have that as a favourite, just colour. Wearing different colours, wearing cool tones, warm tones, and not really caring too much about what suits me and what doesn't. So I watched an interesting YouTube video the other day that said actually if you have darker hair and like quite warm brown hair like I do, that plays a big role in what suits you as well. So although I may have cool toned skin, because I have very warm, rich brown hair, I can actually pull off warmer tones as well, which kind of makes sense to me because your hair is a big part of your features, right? So it is going to affect what you look good in, but I also just don't really care anymore. I just wear what I like. I wear the colours I like, and I don't wear the colours I don't like, and that's about it. So yeah, those are my two jacket favourites. I think that is everything. The only other thing I was going to mention was my favourite experience I've had so far in autumn, and that was definitely our trip to Wales. We stayed in a cabin in Wales, mid-Wales, in September, so a few weeks ago now, but it was so amazing, and I thought I would talk to you about it because I like to talk about experiences as well as things, and I always like to do a cabin trip if I can in the autumn, because I think it's the best time of year to stay in a cabin. It's just very cozy but not too cold, and you still get the light in the evening, so it doesn't get dark. When we went in September, it didn't get dark till about 7, so you can still enjoy the outside, but then you have like the cozier later evening, and you have the slightly cozier temperatures than if you went in the summer. It's just perfect. We had a log burner, we had it was actually a log fueled hot tub, so it was a wood burning hot tub, so you put the logs in, you let it heat up, and then you could use the hot tub. It had a fire pit, it had a really cozy living area and kitchen. It was so nice. I will leave the Airbnb details down below if you're interested. If you're in the market in the UK for a trip to Wales, it was actually in mid-Wales, which I've never really been to before, but it was so beautiful, so remote. So if you're looking for a digital detox, somewhere to escape to for the weekend in the autumn or any season, but I think it's particularly nice in the autumn, then I would highly recommend. That is everything I'm going to share with you today. I hope you enjoyed hearing about my autumn favourites, what I've been loving this season. I will continue to be wearing and repeating a lot of the same outfits, a lot of the same items. I pretty much just live in knitwear and jeans with trainers or boots, a nice coat, a nice bag, and that does me really well. Nice jewellery as well. I forgot to mention my silver ring actually. I've been really liking this silver ring, this chunky ring from Monica Vinader, and mixing and matching my metals. So my gold Fedoma jewellery with the chunky silver. But yeah, I've been really enjoying a lot of the same stuff. Let me know what you've been enjoying this autumn. If you have had an autumn so far, I know a lot of you live in climates where it's still summer almost, or it's just getting to autumn now, but we've had a good couple of months of it here already in the UK. So I'm well and truly in the autumnal mode and very much enjoying it. I will also leave some videos on screen if you would like to watch those next. Please follow me over on Instagram if you would like to see more styling content. I will also, yeah, I'll leave the details of that in the description box if you've not already and you do have Instagram. I'd love to see you over there. I have lots of videos coming in November and December, loads of extra content, much more regular uploads than I've been doing recently, so do stick around for that. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!